So this is the Deluxe Collector's Edition, the CAV version of Gone with the Wind, and now it's in one of these box sets I don't necessarily like the style of. There are a couple versions, some where there'll be a spine here and it opens up like this, other ones where it will actually have more of a case and you slide out the actual discs, and possibly in like another set here or whatever. These I don't like where it's just kind of like a top layer, it's really like a box, where it just kind of pulls off like that. They don't sit as nicely on the shelf. They don't keep as nicely too overall. Sometimes if there's not other discs pressed up against it here, it kind of starts to come apart on the shelf like that. Overall, not my favorite style of box, so it's not really good in that department. But if you do like Gone with the Wind, or if you're just a film collector in general, it's one of those pictures that you should have in your collection. An all-time classic, and adjusting for inflation, it's one of, still, if not the #1 grossing film of all time. You have a nice booklet here that's almost in sort of like a playbill style on the back there. Gives you some information about the movie. A nice little extra here. Nothing too extraordinary really, but something else that is just an extra nice supplemental material to the actual movie itself. It comes in these MGM paper sleeves here, which I do like these. These are always better, of course, than the elephant condoms or anything like that. The MGM, some people don't like the fact that they're basically giant advertisements of other MGM LaserDisc titles, but I don't mind it because actually the sleeves are nice. So you have the disc coming out right here like that. So nice sleeves here, and it is CAV. This is one thing you might want to consider, whether or not you actually want the benefits of CAV versus CLV with this box set, because the movie is almost 4 hours long. So it is incredibly long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discs here in this box set, and it does include a bunch of extras, so it's not just the discs. Get to the back cover here like that. It does include some bonus footage, some excerpts from foreign language editions, the original trailer, a whole bunch of extras, all kinds of stuff that's really worth having for this edition. But overall, it's nothing too extraordinary as far as the actual box set itself. When it comes to LaserDisc box sets, this is definitely nowhere near one of my favorites. The extras are great, the movie is fantastic, but there's not a whole lot here as far as the box set itself, so it really depends on whether and how into the movie you are. To me, Gone with the Wind is an all-time classic that is just something that, of course, I'm going to have in my collection. Of course, I'm going to have some sort of box set, a couple of the extras on here. Again, those are nothing too incredibly extraordinary. Most of them are on a lot of different DVD editions and things like that, but fairly decent and not one of my favorite movies. Again, a classic that I think is important as far as film history, but not a personal favorite of mine. So this is good enough for me. It all depends on what you like. And again, the one thing that I would keep in mind when looking for different versions of this film, this box set is a CAV box set, so there's going to be a lot of disc flipping and disc swapping for a movie that's almost 4 hours, and depends on how much you want to put up with something like that for a movie like Gone with the Wind. Again, not a half bad box set. I mean, it does have extras, and it's nice, you know, as far as just having a version of the film, better than just a standard release, but nothing too extraordinary overall, and depends on how much you like this film.